This conference will now be recorded.
హలో నాగిరెడ్డి గారు. నాగిరెడ్డి గారు.
హలో సార్. వాయిస్ ఏం రావట్లేదు సార్.
Uh, Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Hello. Yes, now it's
Yeah, sorry for the glitch. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. You can
Thank
continue.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you, Henry. Hi team. Sorry for the delay. And sorry for these glitches and that. Let me start from the starting. And is it audible to everyone?
Guys, can you please confirm us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, no
Yeah.
worries.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Sir, can I give access to your
Yeah,
name
please.
or?
There is one name. Please give it to Nagiriti.
Yeah. Kiranmai, can you please give access for Nagireddy?
Yeah. So before continuing, I'm sharing screen. One. Just a minute. Uh, Team, can someone confirm me that I'm audible and my screen is visible?
Yes, both are coming.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. This is Nagi. Actually, I've been part of testing trainer for past 5 years, and I have around 8 to 9 years of experience in testing and automation as well. Okay. So today, what we discuss currently is like we'll discuss what is actually testing and basic introduction of functional testing and automation as well. Okay, so yeah, before starting that, so what generally testing means? So what generally testing means when we have an application and it comes to an end user. Before coming to the end user instance, take any application of Facebook. So when we take any application of Facebook, so we all are end users, right? Like whoever have an account on that, they are been using their application for a social media. So before coming to the coming to the your side, so what generally we will be what generally tester and developer will be doing is like developer will develop the code, okay, and it gives to the tester. So what the tester role is like, tester will check whether it is working fine or not. So how it in a sense, for example, take an application of Facebook, and where in the Facebook I've been giving username and password and sign in. So in this pattern, so in this pattern of sign in or login process, what generally we will the data here, user ID or phone number or email ID and password and login. So in these scenarios, so there will be certain rules to it. So what is exactly certain rules and the sense? Uh, email or phone number should be of so these many characters, like it should have only 40 letters or it should not less than 3 letters. So there will be certain rules. So who will do the certain who will give those rules and regulations are, for example, uh, it's all part of software testing life cycle. So what exactly software testing life cycle will contain to it? These are the pages where software life cycle testing will be contained. So in that one, first page is requirement analysis. What exactly the requirement analysis will do is, so in the requirement analysis, generally a client in the sense anyone like who wants to develop their application, like Facebook. When we take the Facebook is a client to certain companies where they will do it. Like when we similarly when we take Redbus or anything, someone will develop that application and they will give to the end user. Before developing it, there will be certain investors, right, where they will do investing in the application, and they will give it to the end users, right? So those are called as investors or clients. So client will come to any companies that could be BCS, that could be Accenture, that could be Capgemini, any other companies, and they will say that, so this is my requirement, and I want the application to be in certain levels. Like when it comes to login page, I should have username, password, and sign in button. When it comes to the registration, first name, last name, email ID, phone number. So all the sign up process will be. So they will do certain rules. So what the business analyst will do in the requirement analysis phase is, like, he will take the inputs from the client and he will design certain rules and regulations, and they will say that, okay, these are the things and certain rules and regulations for this application. So those will be given to the developer, and developer will give an application to us. So how the application, and then what the role of tester is. Here comes the major part, what we do, we as a part of testers will do. So generally what we will do is, like, we will also get the rules and regulations, like how the application will be with images in the sense, for example, take this application, in the login page, first name should be there, surname should be there, phone number, email ID, date of birth, gender, and sign up is there. So if we see that first name, when I given certain name to it, okay, so how many characters it should accept? It should not accept more than 50. It should characters in the sense letters. Like I have given like PRUITO. So these are all called characters. Like how many characters or letters it should accept? Like it should not be more than 50. It should not be less than 3. Like that, there will be certain rules. He in the sense business analyst will do, and he'll give it to the developers, and developers will do the pilot testing, like pilot development, and then we'll be getting that pilot phase. I'm talking about initial one. So the current application, what you've been seeing is the end output. End output in the sense, since we have been using, this is the end output. So Facebook is just this one. Maybe some amendments will come, that will take it later part. So we as a business analyst will get these certain applications, certain rules and regulations, and then with the requirement analysis phase. Okay, so once we get clear with the requirement analysis, or you want to explain it again? So next comes the designing. So what we as a testers will design is that we will be designing test cases. What exactly the test case means? There will be certain steps we will be writing to check the functionality. For example, I have written few test cases for an application called computer. Okay, so this is one certain application where I have written some test cases, what exactly test case and all this. Okay, so when I launch application, yeah, is it clear now? Okay. So when I launched the application, I could see a certain page. Like here, you could see 581 computers are found. Filter by name button is there, and add a computer button is there, and I could see some list of values like computer name, introduced, disconnected, company. So these are the things are there, right? So what generally we will be doing is like we will be getting this image of that in the requirement analysis phase, and then we'll start writing the test cases. So to write the test cases, we should keep in mind like what exactly scenario we've been writing for. So what is the scenario means is end high level one. So uh, just read out the statement like verify whether functionality of home page is working as expected. So this is my scenario. That scenario in the sense, on looking the complete application, what I could see is like, okay, this is my home page, and I have to work on this application like whether the home page is working fine or not. So that is the scenario. That means that very high end description of certain application or certain page, we'll call it a scenario. Okay. Next comes to scenario. In that scenario, we'll do detailed testing. Detailed testing in the sense, for each scenario, we have n number of test cases. Test cases in the sense, step by step procedure where we will we will do to the application to check whether it is working fine or not. So that we'll call it as test case. So for a test case, we have test case description, what are the steps, and what is the expected output. So when we navigate to the left, you could see test case description, test one test case description, next test case test steps description, once after doing it what all needs to be done, that one, and next what is the expected output. So when we see the first test case, what the test case I have written is like verify whether home page is displayed properly or not. So in that case, like, so what are the test description? Test description is like to verify home page is coming after launching the application. So to do that, what is the procedure to do that? Description is called test steps. Okay. So here we will have like launch the first step is launch the application. So I have given the application link and verify home page is displayed. Verify all the fields. What are all the fields? Filter by name, add a computer and add computer details, etc. Displaying properly or not. So when I write the application, so when I launch the application, I could see filter by name is there, add a computer is there, computer details are there, and uh, next button is there. So all these things, whatever I've been expecting, so that are there. So when we see the description and expected result, uh, first step is launch the application. Application should be launched without any issues. Next, verify home screen is displayed in the test description. What is the expected output? Home page should be displayed without any others. And next, verify whether all the fields are displaying properly. What is expected? All the mandatory fields like filter by name, add a new computer, and add computer details. All the details should display. So so these are the test cases we will be writing it. When it comes to test cases, you could see, go for the next one. Verify whether filter by name button is working as expected. What is the expected result for this filter by name? When I give like is and clicked on filter by name, I could see what are the results of what are the results. It contains ACE. So ACE is there, ACE is there, and ASC contains in this name, in this computer name. Even for the all the certain what are the 6 rows are being displayed, it contains ACE. So filter button is working as expected, right? So this is the test case I have to write in this way. So first step, I have to launch the application. Second step, I have to enter certain value in the filter by name, and then I have to click down filter by name button, and I have to verify records are displaying or not. Okay, so this is my test step. So same I have written here. Launch the application, verify home page was displayed, enter any existing computer name. I have given age there. You could give any over there, any letter over there, and next click on the filter by name. So we will be clicking the filter by name, and Details of respect. What is expected output? Expected output details of respect to computer should display. You could see it. Right? What is the respect to computer details? These are the 6 results we've been expecting. That result needs to be displayed. So this is about uh, test design. Test design means the design of the testing we will be doing it. So before going to the 3 and 4, these are part of automation. I'll explain it later part. So next page is execution. What exactly the execution reference? Execution generally, once after application was being developed, we will be getting the application like the way we will be getting an URL, and then we will launch, and then we will increase the and then we will do the testing part of that. So once after application is launched and we will assigned to it, we will execute the scripts as per the test cases. So when I show the home page, I have around how many test cases I have around I have around 7 test cases. So it is not necessary that it should be 7. Based on the application, the count of the test case will increase. Okay, so I have 7 test cases, and developer have developed the home page button and home page screen and given for testing to us. So we will start the testing of it. So similarly, for the second, that is about the first phase. So generally, how the when we take the applications, how the application development initially it used to be like. It used to be like waterfall. What exactly waterfall means? Developer will develop the entire application and give to the tester. Okay, and then tester will do the testing part of it. But the problem with that scenario is like till the application was developed, okay, tester will be free. That means that he won't have any access to the application and he don't know how the application will be. So it is taking time. Time is consuming till the application receives to the tester for testing. To reduce that effort, we will be going for agile process. So currently, agile process is the one where every company or every project is being working. Okay. So what exactly agile in a sense? Agile in the agile, what they will do is that they will do certain bit by bit features. So they will take home screen as one application and they will do the testing and give it to the developer. Developer will give to the tester and tester will do the testing part. So testing part is the team. They will take the scenario of those respective test screen, and then they will do the testing part and they will raise any bugs if it is not working as expected. Working as expected, what not working as expected is, for example, when I give it case here and clicked on filter, if it not given any results or if it given wrong results, then it is considered as it is not been working as expected. So we'll fail our test case and we'll raise a bug. Bug in the sense, so that is what is bug? Bug in the sense, or a defect will call. Bug is also called as defect. So what exactly defect will be like? So I need to when I do a certain action, I should get an expected result. When it is not giving the expected result, it is giving something, some other different thing. We will call that as bug. That means that take the first test case itself. When we launch the application, if instead of home screen, some other screen is being displaying, or filter by name button itself is not displayed. That means that it's in bug, right? I should know the filter by name button should be displayed. If it is not displayed, it is not being as part of uh, required analysis, right? So we'll fail the test case and we'll write a bug. So what the developers will be doing is like we have so many test management tools where we will be writing our test cases. So first thing is like ALM is one, Jira is one. So all these are like different set of application, different types of test management tools. Okay, so their developer will take the test bug and he will fix the issue and it will ask for a retest and then we'll do it. Okay, So in general, what exactly we'll be doing is like, so then we'll come for the next screen. Uh, what is the next screen? Like when I click on add a new computer, I'll be getting the details of it. And these are the I'm not going in detail. Okay, so I'll get the screen developed and I'll ask you to test it, and then I'll be writing the test cases, and then I will do the process. Okay, so in these phases, so once after entire application or 80% of the application was being developed and working as expected, what we will be getting is like we will start the automation part. So what exactly automation? Okay, so automation means, what exactly the automation means? Automation means we use certain applications or certain tools and languages to automate the process what a tester is been doing or what a human being is been doing. That means that, take an example of this scenario. So when I launch the application, I should enter some values and click on filter so that the record will be displaying. So this entire process, when using certain automation tool or certain softwares, we will be automating the complete process, and without any manual intervention, if any process is being doing, that process we will call it as automation. Okay. So in that case, what exactly here we gonna use is like we've been using Selenium as part of automation. The reason in the market we have around 8 to 9 applications are there where it supports automation. Okay, so those certain few of them are, with Selenium is one, UFT is one, Linux is one, Coded UI is one. So in this SQL, so all these are the applications where it supports automation. Okay, and why we are going for Selenium? What are the advantages and disadvantages of Selenium in the sense? Advantage is it is compatible with any application, or it is compatible with any Windows, like any OS. That means that it can work in Linux software, it can work in Windows software, it can work in MacBook as well. So Selenium works with independent of platform. So it doesn't require any platforms and all. Next, it can be written in any language. Language in the sense Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby. All these languages we can write the Selenium code. Coding in a sense, don't worry, like coding is very big thing. Do we need to learn? Uh, is it like big code or something? It won't be like that. So when to do a testing or to do a automation testing, so we just required basics of core Java. Okay, so what exactly core Java is, what contains in the core Java. So all these things we will be taking care. Okay, so once we currently what the trend is like for the Selenium part, uh, core Java and little bit of Selenium, if you know it, that would be enough. You can do the automation part. Okay, to continue a automation process, what are the things we will required is, so what is an what is a Selenium? For example, what exactly Selenium is? Selenium is a test automation tool which used to automate the web application. Web application instance. So Facebook is a web application, and this part, this is even computer database is also a web application. Web application instance, any application which opens in the browsers, any browser, that could be Edge, Firefox, or Chrome, any application, that we will call it as web applications. Okay, so Selenium is used to automate only web applications. Okay, so and also there are few advantages with the Selenium. But as I mentioned earlier, Selenium is platform independent. That means we can work in Windows, Mac, or Linux softwares. Okay. Next, Selenium is compatible with any language like Java, C Sharp, Python, Ruby. Okay. So with these languages, Selenium is compatible, and also it can be automated. It is free of cost. That means that you don't need to pay any license or anything to use the application. Okay, just only the required software that we should require Java 1.8 in our machine, Eclipse in our machine. That's it. If we have these two, no need to worry about anything else. That means that you have a question like how to know that we have a Java 1.8 software in our machine. To check that, go to command prompt. In the start, just type cmd. So you could C colon forward slash dash a dark color black one you could see, right? Select that cmd and you could see this screen. Here, what we have to give is Java 8 hyphen version. When you clicked on enter, you could see what is the Java version it is available in your system. So currently in my application, I have around 1.8.0. So this should be the version you should have in your machine. Okay. If in case if Java is not there in your machine, just do a Google search of Java 1.8 in your Google, and it will ask you to download a certain jar file and place the jar file in your machine. So if you do that, Java will get installed. Next is Eclipse. Even Eclipse is a free software. Once Eclipse was being launched, you could see a screen like this. Okay, so you could see a thing called application, right? Eclipse. If you double click on it, you could see an entry like this. Okay, so when we click on anything, we have to give a location to that. Okay, how to just let me show you how to give a location. Okay, so what exactly the location means? We will be we have to create a path or we have to create a folder. So this is the folder I have created. See, so this is the folder I have created, and I have given this path over this application part here. So once I given path here and clicked on OK, I could see this a launching screen like this. So it will launch you an Eclipse like here. The way I have shown, it will launch the application here. Let me delete this. Okay, so it will launch you the screen what you have been looking at. After launching the Eclipse, I could see the screen like this. So here, what we have to do is like we have to create a Java project. Okay, how to create a Java project? Uh, Initially, you feel like okay, do we need much coding knowledge and all? Not required. So I'm here to help you like how to do the coding and all. Each and every small bit also I'll explain you so that once after my training was completed, you yourself can do the Selenium testing. Okay. So what is the Java project means? Java project, it will work with Java. I mean, the coding language here I'm using is like Java. Java is basically works with object model. So object in a sense, everything will store in the form of objects based on the object and application we will write. The code will work. Let's see in detail how it goes. Okay, firstly to create a project, first file, new Java project. So when you're launching for the first time, if in case Java project was not displayed here, go to others. Okay, you could see Java here. Okay, in that you could see Java project. Click on the Java project, click on next, and give the name on it. there should be a certain name to it. So I give like training. Okay, and click on finish. So once I clicked on finish, Eclipse will create a folder. So this one we call it as a Java project. Okay. To do that, what we generally will be doing is like we will be creating a class. So to write, we need to write a program, right? To do to write a program, we need a class. So the similar way, new class. So how I did is like you could see SRC here. In the SRC, just select the SRC and do a right mouse click. You can see the screen here, and from here just click on new class. Since I asked you to create a class, I've been given class here. Select the class, give the name. So to there will be certain rules to follow certain software or certain applications. So what here in the Java also we have certain rules as well. So to do a class, to create a class, so we should require a name, right? The name should follow camel class. Camel class in the sense each word first letter should be starts with capital, rest with the small. For example, I'll take first session. If I ask first is the first word, session is second word. So you could see that first letter I have given it as capital for both the words, and rest all are like small words. Okay, we should follow this one, this rule, this naming nomenclature we have to follow for the class. It should be camel class, and you might have a doubt, right? That, whether it should require only two names for every time. No, it is up to the user, or it's up to the person who's gonna give it. I could take the first as well. I could take the word as first. It's up to my wish. Okay, but make sure that you've been giving first letter as caps in the name of the class. So I'm giving it as, since I'm giving a first session, I've been giving first as the capital letter and rest four letters in the first as small. And similarly in the question I have given S as capital and rest one as the small. Okay. So for every Java project, we require a main method. Okay. To do that main method, you could see a checkbox called public static void main string. Select this checkbox and click on finish. Okay, so it will create a Java here. So what is exactly this first session is my first session.java is the class I have created. Any doubts so far how to create a class and all? Any doubts? You want me to repeat? Hello? Any doubts or anything you have?
No doubt, sir. Please continue.
Oh, thank you, Rohit. Yeah. So I hope everyone how to create Eclipse. Eclipse is a software where we have to download it from the Google. So this is the Eclipse name you have to search in the Google. Okay, Eclipse hyphen Java hyphen Oxygen hyphen M2 dot Windows. This is the name you have to search in Google. When you search in Google, you will be able to download the entire link as a zip file. Clear, Priyanka? Okay. Uh, Today I'll concentrate Java, and later part we'll go for the Selenium. Okay. So this is my first class I have created. Okay. So what all the steps I have taken is that I'm just doing a repeat statement. Okay. So what I have done, I have created, first I have launched the Eclipse with certain, I've given a space where code needs to be decided. Okay. and then I have created a Java project. So to create a Java project, what are the steps I have to follow? File, new Java project. Okay. So once I click on file new Java project and give them a name and then finished, I could see I could get a project name called priming here. And then once after a project has been created, the next step I have taken is like class creation. What exactly a class? So class means it's in the concept of oops, oops concept in Java. So what exactly the class contains is that class is an entity which has methods and objects. Like for example, what exactly class is means take a school. So if you think that school building is a class, we have classes, classrooms, blackboards, we have stationery, students, teachers. All these are the entities, right? Okay, when we take a school, we have certain objects like teachers will be there, students will be there, blackboard will be there, stationery will be there, classrooms will be there. So all these things are there, right? So we call it as objects or entities, and the whole things are included in the entity called school, right? So school is the class, and what are the other things I have told? Those are called objects or methods. Okay. So in detail, I'll explain little further. Okay. So I hope you all got a clear picture of what is a class. Yeah. So class is an entity which contains all the methods. Okay. So let's write a simple program. So what is a simple program in the sense? I want to print a statement. Okay. When we study in engineering or any studies, like we have a thing called C. C is the basic coding language we have it in our studies, right? During engineering or during your MCA or anywhere. So in that place, we will be writing like to print a statement. We used to do a print statement, right? We used to call there a printf. Similarly, in the Java is uh, system.out.println. Okay. So in C sharp, sorry, in C it is printf. Here it is system.out.println. Okay. So what are the statement you want to write? That statement I have to give it in between double quotes. Okay. So I want to write welcome to. Okay. Yeah. So what exactly I have to once after I didn't get your question, Priyanka. I didn't. If possible, could you please speak up?
Sir, is indentation is required to write a program in Java? Space where
No,
space is required to.
no. See, what exactly is like, I will go from the basics. Even if you don't know what exactly the coding and how to do coding, I'm here to help you out. Like, I'll take from the scratch. Even if you don't know anything in the of coding one, I'm here to help you out. Okay. So, clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, just a statement. Okay. So, if I want to print a certain one, what exactly I have used is like system.out.println. Okay. Eclipse is user friendly. Okay. To print, instead of printing like system.out.println, if I write SYSO and do control space, it gives suggestions to me. So I want the print statement. So I'll give like what a statement we want, we can give it like hello world. Okay. So if we give anything between these two strings, that string will be printed in the console. So here I can see the result. let's see how a Java program will run. Okay, so I'll take, uh, let's see how the Java program will be running. Yeah, yeah. Let's see how the Java program will run. So generally, to run a program, what we need to do is like run as Java application. When we run the application, we could see the entity, whatever statements I have given, the output you could see in the console. So what are the statements I have given? Welcome to Selenium session. Hello world. So these two data is being printed in the console. So let's talk about how the Java code was how the Java code was executed. To do an execution part, firstly we have to do a right click on it, right click on the code and do run as Java application. When I click on run as Java application, JVM will look for the main method. Okay. And then once after main method was being displayed, it will execute the lines inside these flower braces. That means that the first flower brace at the fourth and the next flower ending flower brace is flower brace in the sense the highlighted one we will call it as flower brace. Okay. So ending brace at 9. So whatever code I have been written in between these two flower braces, that code will execute. That means that I'll show it in a debug mode. To do a debug mode, we'll do a breakpoint. Okay. So we need to go for debug as Java application. Okay. So what exactly say, Java Virtual Machine will do? JVM we call it as Java Virtual Machine. So it is an execution thing it will do. In this entire class, it looks for the main method. So where is my main method? So it is written as code. So whatever code you've been written inside these flower braces, that code only it will execute. It won't execute other than the code. Like if I written after this flower brace, that code won't execute until unless the code was called here in between these two lines, it will execute. Okay. So it looks for the main method. So Java JVM got the main method as fourth line. It enters into the code and to execute it line by line, like after this line, it has to execute the next line. Press F6. We have function keys on the top right, F1, F2, F3, F6. Just you could see that in the console, welcome to Selenium session has been printed. Okay, let's see the second one. Press F6. You could see hello world was printed, and if you press F6, the code was executed and results have been printed. Clear so far? Any doubts? I'll take silence as clear. Okay, so as I mentioned, like we Java will be JVM will execute the code which is in between these two lines. Okay, what if I have written the code in outside the one like public void and to print the statement I have told like SYSO do control space like system.out.println will display. I'll do like embed. Okay, so when I execute it, what is the output? When I execute it, what is the output? Output is just hello world and sorry, welcome to the Selenium session and hello world. But did I get M1 here? The reason why I didn't get M1 here, like I haven't called this M1 method inside this main method. Okay, to do that, what we have to do is we have to initialize the class and then we have to use the objects here. So So this is called object initialization, so that it can take any class here. Okay, so what is this eighth line will indicate, like I have called the class as an object. Okay, so when I told that Java will work in the form of an objects, right? So the same thing to access those objects. So this 12 to 15 line code is called as method, and method is also an object. Okay, to access these methods, what I have to do is like I have to create an object with the class name. What is the class name? First session. First session, some name. I have given FC. You can give anything. I have given a first. Okay. Equal to new class name. It should end with open and close braces. And since I have given it as first, to access the objects, I have to give objects. What is the object? Reference object I have given first. First dot m1. So when I execute the code, to execute the code, what I have told, do a right click on the white space, run as Java application. Okay, so you could see that M1 was printed. Did when I haven't given this lines like eighth and ninth line, what is the output? Just the first two statements, right? Welcome to Selenium session and hello world. But when I given the object of that, you could see M1 is also printed. That means that, so whatever you want to write the code, that code should be in between these two class braces of main method. Main method. So whatever you be written in between the main method, that only will be executed and that only will be printed in the console. Clear? Any doubts?
Can we create the object outside the class?
No, we can't create object outside the class. But the reason in the sense, object in the sense, reference object we can't create. We can create an object. So this is also an object, right? M1 is an object I have told. No? Object in the sense that could be anything, method or any variable is an object here. So object we can create, but reference object we can create inside the main method. So what is the difference
Okay.
between those two in the sense? The eighth line is the reference object of the class, correct? This is the
Yes.
reference object. First is the reference object of first session. With this reference object, I can access all the methods. For example, when I have another one, we should not have the same name. So that is the reason I have been changing it. Okay. So to access this M1, M2, M3, I should require a reference object of the class. Sorry, I should require the reference object of the class. So here in this case, I have the first as the reference object. So first dot M2. If I want to write, I will give M2. If I want M3, first dot M3. So when I execute this, what is the statement you could see? Welcome to the Java session. Welcome to the Selenium session. Hello world. M1, M2, M3. So I have given, and I have called M2 twice, so that is the reason I got M2 printed twice. Did I get M3? M3 was not printed. Why it was not printed? Anyone can tell me? Okay. The reason it was not printed is like I haven't called M3 object in the main method. So if I want to print M3, if I get, now it will print. Welcome to Selenium session. Hello world. M1, M2, M2, M3. Okay. That means that when we see this statement like line 10 and line 11, what the conclusion is? A method can be called any number of times, irrespective of initial. I mean, once we initialize the class object, we can call any n number of methods n number of times. Clear?
Yes.
Any, oh, so I mean, it's already I took 20 minutes extra. So if you have any doubts, I will be waiting. I'll be there for 5 more minutes. You can tell me, and I will wrap up the class. I will wrap up this session, and rest I'll take it later. Any doubts from till first to end? I'm open for the queries. If you have any questions regarding to the not regarding to the class, you can shoot me out so that I can explain that. Any questions? Anything? Session, syllabus, how many days? Okay. So in that case, like, we'll wrap up the class. Thanks for joining. And if you have any doubts, please contact Hemant or Kiranmai so that they will clarify your doubts or anything you want to talk to me, that you can reach out to him and so that he will put a session with me again. Thank you, thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.